All right. Welcome to another edition of Team Ambition Podcast. I'm your host. I'm your coach, John Robinson. And today I have the privilege of having one of our coaches on this podcast. Welcome, everybody. Courtney.
Hey, thank you.
Courtney.
How are you?
Amazing.
Good.
Amazing.
Good.
What a last 2 weeks-ish, right?
It's been crazy. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's been a little bit crazy. Oh, my goodness.
So we got a lot to cover,
Yeah.
so much to talk about. But before we jump face first in, I want everybody to get a chance to know you, right? So tell our listeners, our viewers, our followers, a little bit about you.
Okay. Well, what do you want to know? Man, there's
So
so
where
many
you from,
layers. All right.
yeah.
So I was originally born in Opelika, Alabama.
Okay.
Moved to Tallahassee, where I grew up. I lived there until I was in my 20s. I started doing hair. Fun fact, I used to be a hairstylist once upon a time, but figured out I couldn't cut in a straight line after damaging several mannequin heads. So we had to let that one go. So it was fun to dabble in. But after that, I moved to Jacksonville. I had met my now ex-husband. So moved to Jacksonville, got pregnant, got married, had a baby, did all those things. So after my second son, Rhett, was born, I struggled a lot with postpartum depression.
Okay.
And my oldest son was born with a bilateral cleft lip and a small horseshoe hole opening in his soft palate. So with that, their dad was deployed during that time. So there was a lot of surgeries,
Yes.
lot of, hospital stays, things like that. And I don't think I ever truly processed that before having my second child. So having Rhett was a blessing. It was great. But I noticed that everything completely changed in my body. Like, I didn't want to do anything. I hated everything. Sometimes I didn't even want to hold him. It was wild. So I couldn't really figure out what was going on. And it ended up being really bad postpartum depression.
Okay.
For a year, I lost myself. I wouldn't go outside. I couldn't even go to the grocery store without having a panic attack or just a complete meltdown. I would just have to go, leave all of my stuff and just run. So after I, took some time, I went to the doctor and everything and found out that I did have severe postpartum. I also had a panic disorder, amongst some other things. Of course, when your hormones are up and down like that and you don't really have a chance to fully recover, that can happen. So fast forward to after that, after getting, back level-headed from the doctor and everything, I knew I needed some sort of outlet for myself. I just didn't know what it was. Like I said, I didn't want to go out or do anything. So I started following this woman named Pauline Norton. She used to be on the
That sounds familiar.
she used to be on the Swedish Biggest Loser.
Okay.
And she was, or still is, a bodybuilder. So she was the one that did the Butt Bible. I don't know if you ever heard about that. It was on, I don't know, DVDs, things like that. Anyway, so I started doing her programs. And I noticed I started to feel a little bit better. Like, oh, this
Absolutely.
is okay. So I started looking forward to going to the gym every day. Because I knew that this sounds weird, but I knew that I was safe there because I was controlling what I was doing in a sense. But after I stuck with her programs for about a year, my life completely changed. So,
Wow.
yeah. And then, following people like Dana Lynn Bailey, things like that.
Yes.
I got my mom into her programs. So we both kind of started doing it together. So yeah, that took me on a whole nother path. Like, I went from being super depressed, anxious, crying all the time in my closet, sometimes laying in there with a bottle of wine, taking it to the head because I didn't know what else to do. There was a time where I wasn't, able to take medication at some point. So it was just a nightmare. But that it just gave me a new lease on life.
Yes.
It completely changed my world.
So it sounds like fitness saved your life.
It did. It actually did.
It
really
sounds
did.
that way.
It did. It opened up my mom fun fact, she owned a jazzercise when I was growing up. Yeah, she did. So I would sit in the back and I would, I couldn't really see. There was no open windows, but I would listen to the music and I would listen to her count and cue.
Yes.
And I would just, I don't know, I think that actually helped me coaching throughout the years.
Yeah, when I think of jazzercise, the first thing we say, that first thing comes to my mind is like, tight leggings and like big thick socks and, jumping around.
Leotards. Yeah. Donna had many. Sorry, Donna.
Shout out Donna. Yeah, shout out Donna.
We love Donna.
Yes. Huge supporter. Yes. Man, she does a great job of just supporting, not to sidetrack, but she does a great job of supporting. Every time we post on social, like she's like the first cheerleader. So shout out Donna, 1,000%.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's the first thing that comes to my mind when I think of jazzercising,
Yeah. It was all that and then some.
So it's in your blood then.
It is in my blood, I guess.
Love that.
Which is funny because, I never thought, I used to make fun of it. And I used to be like, oh my God, look at you and your little lantern. And now look at me in my little bikini standing on stage.
Yes. And I'm super excited about leaning into that part later in the segment, 1,000%. So keep me honest, you also did some powerlifting?
Oh, the powerlifting phase.
Talk to me about that. Because I remember seeing on your social.
So there's so many things. Like I know you asked me to tell me a little bit about yourself, and I went down one rabbit hole. So
all good.
I coached CrossFit.
This is all part of your life. This is all good. All good.
Story time.
Yes.
So I used to coach CrossFit. Fun fact. I was obsessed with it. I loved it so much. And the gym that I worked at ended up shutting down.
Okay.
So my ex-husband and I got the equipment and we ended up opening our own gym.
Yes.
So during that time, I was like, oh man, this is so much fun. Like, yeah, let's lift heavy, do all the things. Like you're not supposed to, but I don't listen to anybody. So I ended up meeting a girl named Michelle and she was into powerlifting. She was like, why don't you try it? So I said, okay, we're going to be a USAW weightlifter now. That is what we're going to do. So I signed up for a meet. I trained for it. And the night before the meet came, and I will never forget this.
Oh boy.
A friend bought me a singlet, those little onesies that you have to wear. And why are you laughing?
Oops.
It was cute. So it was black and it was great. I was all excited. I was ready. I woke up the next morning and I could not find it. Could not find it. Or no, it was that night. I could not find it. I had misplaced it. I looked everywhere. Couldn't find it. So I go into my son's room and he had wrestled for a hot second. He's like his mom. He hobby hops, time to time and career hops. So I grabbed a singlet of his and it had a huge hole in it. So I'm on the bathroom floor sewing. You can't make this shit up, I'm telling you. Sewing this singlet back together that's like a boy's size large. My mom is like, Jesus Christ, Courtney, what are you doing? Get yourself together. Of course, I couldn't. So I sewed the singlet, put it on. I was like, all right, it fits. We're good to go. I show up to the meet. And I realized you can see through the entire singlet. But it was too late. It was too late. There was no turning back. So, yeah, I ended up doing my first and only powerlifting competition in a singlet. It was my child's. Also, fun fact, you cannot dump a barbell in a weightlifting competition if it's powerlifting.
So you had to gently set it down?
No, you can't set that shit down. They set it down for you. So, yeah, that was my claim to fame. I got up there and I bottomed out in my squat. So me being the CrossFit elite athlete that I was, decided I was going to dump it. Well, if you dump it, they just put it right back on your back. So there is a picture of me bottomed out, laughing with three guys literally putting this bar back on me. And they're like, nah, girl, you got to stand that shit back up.
That sounds crazy. I've never done powerlifting or what that looks. I mean, I've seen it, but I can only imagine
it if you're not,
Yes. So
really into it.
What was that like in regards in the moment? Were you nervous? Was you excited? Like, what was those emotions like, being in powerlifting?
Oh, it was very intimidating.
Okay.
Very I actually met someone, Charlene. She owns Gym Therapy, the clothing
Okay.
line here
Yes.
in Jacksonville. Shout out Charlene in Gym Therapy. I met her there, so she talked to me and made me feel really good. But going up there, yeah, I thought I was gonna shit my pants.
Yes.
It was nerve wracking. I didn't know what I was doing, but
Okay.
whatever. You live and you learn.
No, at least you got exposure to it. So, and so you talked a little bit about CrossFit. Talk to me about that. What was that experience like?
CrossFit was my life for a while. I loved CrossFit. Besides the always being in pain and exhausted thing, I loved it. I loved the community aspect of it. There was a time here in Jacksonville where CrossFit community was pretty big. And, on Sundays you would do hero wads. So a hero wad is a workout written in honor of a fallen soldier.
Okay.
So there's tons and tons of them. So you would show up on Sunday, everybody would work out together. We would go hit up a pool, go out to
Yes.
lunch. Everybody was always together. And we go from gym to gym, place to place.
Yes.
So
That sounds like fun.
it was so much fun, man. I miss it. It was a great time.
Man, I love the community aspect. What you just said, like you guys would go to place. That's and like together and do things together.
And and it wasn't like, oh, F that. You know what I mean? Everybody
there's
was.
no egos, no nothing.
I mean, well, there were some egos,
Okay. But limited.
yeah,
So
limited.
just the camaraderie.
Yeah, the camaraderie was great.
Man, okay. Do you miss that aspect of fitness itself?
Very
or-
much so, yes.
Okay. So you also not to I'm not.
No,
this
you
isn't
can
to bash.
I'll go on a
CrossFit.
tangent. Oh yeah.
CrossFit or anything because I've never truly done. I personally never truly done it. I've done exercise, but I don't call me doing that. So with that being said, you talked a little bit about injuries or pain. What were some of the downfalls or some of the things that you've learned from CrossFit maybe?
So CrossFit in itself, when it is done properly and coached properly, is great. I do have a tendency to overdo things a little bit. So, in that kind of environment, I was pushing myself too much. I was pushing myself to squat 205 pounds at 5'2" and like 120.
Yes.
I have no business doing that. Now it's probably why the reason I have all the issues I do with my neck. But I think when it's coached properly, it's great. I have friends that still do it. So
Absolutely.
yeah.
I don't know. I don't know if that sport is like still popular like it used to be.
I don't know.
Okay. Yeah. I'm
I'm
not.
not really sure. I kind of got out of that world when it was all falling, like coming down.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So now you're a bodybuilder.
Ooh, yes.
So let's lean into that. You just got your pro card two weeks ago.
I
So
did.
for NJ Bikini Pro. So again, congratulations on that.
Thank you.
So let's lean into that.
Okay.
Talk to me about that. What is your thoughts about bodybuilding? How'd you get into it?
Ooh,
I know the
love
story,
it.
but how did you get into bodybuilding?
Well, like I said, after I had my second son, I started going to the gym. Following these women inspired me, and I was like, man, I want to do that. But I vividly remember when I was younger. So growing up in my family, I was made to think if you did not watch football on Saturdays, the football police would show up to your house and arrest you because my family, huge Florida State fans. So I would sit there and watch ESPN all day long. And after the football games, I would get excited because the worldwide cheer would come on.
Okay, yes.
Like the girl, competition cheer.
Yes.
And then they used to televise the bodybuilding competitions. And I remember the first time I saw, I don't even remember who it was, but it was a Miss Fitness. And she was tumbling all over the stage and she was doing one-arm push-ups. And I was like, oh, I want to do that. I can't do that, but I got as close as I could with the bodybuilding. I always thought muscle was beautiful. Just, I don't know.
Yes.
Just a weird kid, I guess.
No, well, I think that that sparked the drive or the questions of like, hey, can I do that? I want to try that. And now here you are. Now you've been competing for a while. So and now you're actually in that space. So what would you say when it comes to bodybuilding? What would you say is like some of the challenges? What are some of the hardest things? What are the fun things? Like
some of the hardest things, just being okay with delayed gratification.
Yes.
and accepting the fact that you're going to be doing the same thing day in and day out sometimes for quite a while. So what was the other question?
Oh no, so
Sorry.
no, all good, no, all good. So the goods and bads, or some of the things that you like or you dislike, about being in prep or the bodybuilding space.
Oh, being disliking. Well, I mean, I guess not being able to really consume what I want, but
Okay, well, yeah, it comes with it.
yeah, it just comes with it.
Yeah.
What don't I? I don't like getting tanned. I hate the tan. I hate it so much.
So let's do this. Let's share with everybody when we I think it's two weeks ago, and like from that Friday.
Are you gonna make me do this?
Yes, because I mean,
Oh my
everybody
God,
sees.
you're calling me out.
everybody
Everybody
just
sees
sees
the
the
elephant in the room,
No, well,
or the elephantitis.
Oh, that was so funny. Everybody sees, what they see on social media, or the people who are there at your show
Yeah.
only see, the end product, right? Or they see the photos and stuff like that. They don't see what happened Friday into Saturday, right? And into Sunday. So if you would like to share, of course, how was Friday, waking up to Saturday, and then take us into Sunday?
Are we gonna go into everything?
Whatever you would like to share. Whatever you'd like to share.
Oh God. All right, so Friday was good. I was prepared. I was ready to go. I was like,
Yes.
yes, I have my suit. I have everything ready. On
Check-ins, all that.
Check-ins on point, and that is good for me because sometimes I leave things to the last minute, and I'm known to like make myself panic. So I'm trying to get out of that.
Yes.
So Friday, I'm like, I'm looking good. I got my 2 coats of tan on that I'm supposed to have had. I'm like, that elbow is just a little bit big, but that's cool. Let's see what's going on. So I drive down there. I've got the Theragun with me, mind you, the massage gun. And yeah, I was going ham at my
Yes.
arm. Going ham, just massaging away, not even thinking about it. Do. Got a show tomorrow. Check. Sitting there, not even paying attention. I get up the next morning. I look over, and my arm is a little bit bigger than the other one. And when I say a little bit bigger, I see pictures now. That shit that shit looked like my leg. It looks like my fucking leg. So John and Kalila, of course, come over because we're about to get ready to go. Kalila's going to help me with my last coat of tan,
Yes.
like she always does. And I showed John my arm. And of course, John, hiding his emotions, is... I don't think it's possible for him. Let's just say that. So I just see the panic on his face.
Yes.
And I'm like, oh shit. That internally makes me panic. So I immediately look at Kalila because I know between all of us, she's like
Yes.
the voice of reason.
Yes.
And she's like, go get some ibuprofen. We're going to put this tan on and we're going to be okay. Okay, fine, cool.
Yes.
So we're ready. We go to the show. We're good. I'm like, John, massage this arm. It's funny now looking that I'm here, but
Yes.
so I'm like, massage it. We're rubbing it. We're doing all the things, right? And the arm is slowly getting bigger and bigger and bigger. I go on stage and I'm like, man, all of a sudden this arm just feels a lot heavier than the other one. And so I'm overcompensating with the other arm and looking back at my posing. I'm like doing 2 snaps up and around the world when I'm transitioning because this other arm is just like, boom, just staying there. So we get through everything. There's an EMT there. He's like, you're not pitting. You look okay. You're hydrated.
Yes.
Just go get it looked at. I said, okay, after this show.
Yes.
Because we paid to be here.
Yes. Yes.
John said, are you sure? Are you sure you want to go? I was like, you paid to be here too. You realize that, right? So we get through the show. I end up winning my pro card. I have no idea that was going to happen. I was very, very excited. But I do remember trying to hold that sucker up over my head and then being like, so next day is Mother's Day, right?
Yes.
We go home. We're happy. We eat pizza for the first time in forever. And we go to sleep. We wake up the next day. Arm is bigger and it's just not getting bigger. So we go to the ER with my 17-year-old son that took me because he loves his mama. And we get there.
Great son.
He is. Shout out, Trenton.
Oh, thanks, Mom.
You're welcome. Love you, pumpkin. So anyway, long story short, they look at me and they're like, take this Motrin. We'll be right back. They start x-raying me in the bed. And at first they thought I tore my bicep. And I was like, okay, that's surprising. Like, I must have a huge pain tolerance because this doesn't hurt. They give me an ultrasound, and they're like, so you have 2 blood clots in your arm, one in the subclavian and a little small one here in your bicep. So I guess what happened is somehow with me working out
Yes.
and training, with CrossFit and all those workouts that I used to do, I was obsessed with pull-ups, kipping pull-ups, strict pull-ups, weighting pull-ups. So all of the working out and like the
Those
excessive overhead movements made me prone to what they call Paget-Schroeder syndrome.
Oh,
It's
wow.
very, very, very rare. 1 in 2 out of like 100,000 or something bodybuilders, swimmers, pitchers, CrossFit, not CrossFit.
Crossfitters,
Well,
yeah.
yeah, whatever. You know what I'm talking about. CrossFit athletes can get it, but it's just very, very rare. And basically, my checkup yesterday, they said that I caused it, which is good news. So I don't have, any other issues going on, but I
Yes.
am having to let my arm chill right now. So if you look at my pictures and you noticed, like I said, that my arms are a little off, that is not
Yes.
your imagination. It was the size of my leg. Yeah. So I had 2 blood
Yes.
clots, DVT, and small one in my arm. So they
Wow.
kept me in the hospital overnight. They put me on IV blood thinners and then released me. So now I have to take blood thinners for at least 3 months.
Yikes.
Yeah, it sucks, but you know what? It's better than the alternative. So I was just
Yes.
glad that I went. I'm grateful for the EMT that was there that kept checking on us. But
Yes. Yeah, I remember when I'm not gonna lie, yeah, to your point, and Cleo was like, man, you got to calm down. I was like, when I saw your arm, I was like, oh shit. Like, because I was like, honestly, I didn't know what to do. I mean, I was like, man, do we do this? What do we need to do? And Cleo was like, to your point, Cleo was like, hey, we need to get swelling down maybe or something.
yeah, let's get the swelling down.
Yeah.
Because you don't think that could be the issue. It
Yeah.
felt like, and at the time they did say I had some things going on back here. I overstretched or something, but it felt like my arm and my shoulder were out of place. I was hoping that was what was wrong with it.
Well, it looked uncomfortable just by the looks of it.
It was
looked
very uncomfortable.
yes.
So just, you guys, next time, if anything ever happens to you like that, go straight to the emergency room. Don't go straight to the stage, okay?
But wait, muscle through it.
I did. I did.
But yeah, again, congratulations on that.
Thank you.
I know it sucks to spend Mother's Day in the hospital, but we're glad that everything turned out.
it was-
You found out what we need to find out, and you have a plan of action.
Yeah,
So,
and I'm healthy, so that's good. And I got free labs. I got
yes.
free lab work while I was in there, and the only thing low was potassium. Shout out. Good
there
job,
we
coach.
go. Oh, I'm just over here.
Yes, you are.
Okay, so let's transition a little bit. Let's talk a little about coaching, because so keep me honest. You used to coach at F45, or was it Burn?
So,
It's one of the two.
fun fact, all 3.
Okay.
So, yeah, I was at Burn for just a little bit, and then I went to Fit Body Boot Camp.
Okay.
I was there for 3.5 years. I did work at F45 for a hot minute, but I realized that's just not where I am right now.
Yes.
I love group fitness. Group fitness is great. The community that you can form within the gym is amazing, but it was burning me out.
Understand.
Yeah,
Understand.
the back-to-back sessions all day, the high energy. You just get to a point where you just have to know, like, all right,
Yes.
it's time to transition.
Okay, so for some of those who are currently maybe either want to get into group fitness or currently into it, maybe just started, whatnot, what were some like the positives to it? What were some of the things that like your most funnest moments, if there are any,
Well,
to share?
yeah, there are lots of fun moments.
Yes.
I mean, I loved it. I really did. But I actually started doing Les Mills classes. So if you have a gym, wherever you go, they're going to have some sort of group class that you can try out. I suggest doing that. The people you meet are awesome. You're going to find your people,
Yes.
kind of no matter where you go. Just walk in the door. Everybody, like, that's the heaviest thing you'll pick up ever.
Yes.
Is that
Yes.
front door. So
Oh, I
just
like that.
pick it up, go
I like
through it.
that. I like that. I've never done group classes before consistently. So I maybe done 1 or 2, but I don't count that. So I can only imagine how much as a as an instructor, I can imagine how much energy you guys have to exert.
It's a lot. It's a lot.
Just yelling and not well. I guess maybe it is yelling, but
well, you're projecting.
There you go. That's a better
projecting.
word.
You're
That's
projecting, and you've got to at times be louder than the music and be louder than the people.
Yes. And then walking around, maybe demonstrating, and walking around, make sure everybody else is doing it.
Demoing,
right?
You're on like, your head has to be on that swivel because your job is to keep people safe, right?
Yes.
So you want to check form. So you want to make sure, like hips, feet, back, everything is where it needs to be. So that wears you out, having to be on alert because the class could be anywhere from 5 people to 50.
50 people.
Well, and that you would have a second or third coach with that, but still,
that's still a lot.
It's still exhausting. You know, all that energy in one room all day long.
I bet you had to be exhausted.
Oh my gosh! So I used to work the 4:30 a.m. to noon shift.
Mm-hmm.
I was done. I was cooked. But like getting home, getting in the car, music was off, everything. So it just made me to where I wasn't present.
Okay.
At home with the kids, if that makes sense.
Oh no, I get it.
I was just more miserable, and I was doing it to myself.
Okay, so it sounds like you identify like, hey, this is fun, this is cool, but it's taken away from my family and my time with my kids and whatnot. So I need to back away from that. So another purpose of it. So definitely get that. What are your thoughts about going from group training? What are your thoughts about like the whole personal training? More so like maybe either online or in person. Like, what are your thoughts on that, or how do you feel about those?
Well, I love it because I have control over the programming.
Yes.
I get to know the person on a more personal level versus in that group setting where you maybe have like 1 to 2 minutes to talk in and out. I get to really know their story. And I don't know. I love it. I love seeing people do something for the first time that they've never been able to do. So I love that with in-person training. I love just seeing the milestones people can hit online. Same, because with online, you still get that face-to-face through Zoom. You know, you've got the check-ins. I can keep in contact with the clients.
Okay, righteous. What would you say for somebody who's just starting out? It could be. It doesn't matter if online. To your point, the example you use, like, hey, the heaviest weight you're gonna lift is open that door, right? So, what would you say for anybody who's just starting their fitness journey? Would it be some advice or some things that you probably tell that person just about to start? Somebody like, hey, Courtney, I'm about to start this fitness journey. What are your thoughts? Type deal. If somebody just one of your female friends just came to ask you that same thing, like, hey, I'm about to start this fitness journey. Like, I'm a little nervous, but like, what is some advice you can give me?
I would suggest trying out different types of workouts before committing necessarily to one. Because if you're somebody that's never worked out or never, been in a gym.
Yes.
I think it's beneficial to find, like I said, a group program or find an accountability partner.
I like that.
Find an accountability partner that you can even start walking with maybe a couple times a week. Start slow.
I love that. I love that part about starting slow because I think that a lot of times where people fail is they try to hit the ground running, which is great, but you're trying to run too fast because it's not a sprint, it's a marathon.
It's not a sprint, it's a marathon. That goes back to that delayed gratification.
Yes.
And it does, people say to me, well, you're just skinny. No.
That's not
girl, this is years of work.
Yes.
I went through the hating myself. I went through all the things, the body issues, I was over 200 pounds when I had my second kid. But start slow. Don't expect someone else's result for you, like right away. Don't immediately start comparing yourself to others and where they're at on your journey.
Yes. Man, yes, so spot on. Like, I think one of the things I hear a lot through, some people we coach or just generic conversation is like, like, for instance, if I'm, talking to somebody through DM or whatnot, they'll send me like, hey, I want to look like this. And like, or they compare themselves to everything, literally what you just said. And I think that can take a shot on confidence and what helps them. It doesn't help. It kind of makes a person not want to do anything because they keep comparing themselves.
Comparison is the thief of joy.
Yes, 1,000%. 1,000%.
It is. And I used to do it. So I can say that now, knowing that if you stay online, if you compare yourself to your friend or so and so. You're gonna hate yourself.
Yes. 'Cause
Point blank. You're
yes,
gonna tear
1,000%.
yourself down. You're gonna find every little thing wrong with you. When at the end of the day, everybody's life is different. Everybody's body is different.
Yes. Yes. So with that being said, so we talked about a little bit about, just starting off in regards to like working out. What are your thoughts on if somebody's just like, hey, okay, I'm about to start working out, check. Now I want to figure out like how to get better on nutrition. Like what are some advice that you may give somebody who's just starting their nutritional journey?
Hire a coach. Real talk.
Yes.
No, or
No, that's a good point. No, well, I know a guy.
Rely on Chat GPT to do your freaking meal plans. Please, for the love of Christmas. We're going to
Yes.
say Christmas.
Okay.
Keep it family friendly.
Yes.
Don't use Chat GPT for your workout plans or your nutrition plans. It's going to shoot you some salad.
Okay.
I would suggest talking to a coach, getting a free consult if you can. I would start with the basics. Try eliminating one thing at a time, like one bad thing. So if you come home every day and you have to have a cookie, try to eliminate that cookie and replace it with Greek yogurt.
Okay. Okay. So again, taking that slow, subtle approach, not trying to take away all the things that you do like to eat and replace them with all the more healthier choices, but just slowly taking over.
Slowly implement, slowly remove the things from your diet. Because if you try to go like full send,
Yes.
you're gonna fail.
Yes.
It's just inevitable. I mean, everything is a process.
Yes.
You just have to learn to be patient.
1,000%. I couldn't agree with you more, especially from the nutritional side of things. I think that I've said this numerous times. People can get tired of hearing me saying it, but it's repetitive. But I think that's everybody's biggest challenge is the nutrition.
It is.
Excuse me. I think working out and all that stuff like that is being active. Because working out doesn't just mean you have to go to the gym. Working out means just being active, whatever that may be for each individual person. But I think that's everybody's biggest challenge is the nutrition. So
It is. And if, there's some great meal prep companies out there that do macro-based meals and that do really healthy food that you can have delivered if you don't have time to cook. I know Whole Foods does family style meals where you can get chicken breasts, like all of the things for $20-something. So you can start there, start just implementing those little things.
Love that. Love that. Okay. So we talked a little bit about the fitness side. We talked a little bit about nutrition. So one other thing I would love for you to dive into for you. So we talked a little bit about coaching. So now you're starting to move more into the posing side of coaching.
Yeah.
So talk about that. Talk a little bit about that.
Holy French toast, dude. Posing. Let me tell you how a bitch thought she had it down and all together. And I did not. So I used to dance.
Okay.
And I thought I was pretty good. So I was like, posing's going to be no problem. It's a problem. But I have slowly learned to start to love it.
Okay.
I hated it at first. I was so clunky. I was doing the whole hitchhiker thumb thing. But now I'm slowly getting it down. I'm starting to really, really love bikini posing and helping others, show off their best
Absolutely.
angles as much as I can.
Well, I mean, honestly, I'm glad that you've gotten really good at that because now you can take what you've learned, and as you're consistently learning, but
I'm always learning.
You're pouring into other ladies who are more so obviously on our team. Pouring into them to help them get better in posing.
Absolutely.
We're doing some of the smaller group sessions that we've had, or some of the bigger clinics that we put on. You've been able to really help these ladies get better and build. Honestly, I always like to say confidence because I feel like it always starts with the confidence part and then everything else goes into it.
And that's because I've had a good coach.
Okay, absolutely.
That's because
Chance.
You've been my coach, yes, and Chance. She is amazing. She knows how to pose the body, so she helps me. She helps me understand all of the the different transitions and why you're doing them. It's and I have to learn like that. So, I think that has helped me so much. So I'm very grateful for Chance.
So for me, just for everybody who's listening, I know the fundamentals and foundations.
John,
Courtney
no, don't
is
even do it.
Courtney is way better than me at this posing thing. She's going to get you all the things,
Oh,
I
Lord.
just get to the baseline. So, but okay, awesome. So you're enjoying posing and coaching.
Yes, I
You're
do, I
enjoying
do.
coaching. Period.
I'm actually starting to like the posing more, which I never
Okay.
thought I would say.
No way.
But you remember when we were with your friend, the coach who was
Tina.
yes,
online.
when she
yes.
said, remember when she just randomly asked me? She said, "Did you used to be a dancer?"
Yes.
And we're not talking poles.
Yes.
I just had to throw that out
Yeah,
there.
like,
You know what I'm
would you
saying?
be a
You
pole
never
dancer?
know. That's
Yes.
probably what people are going to assume.
Yes.
And some people wouldn't be surprised. But that is not what it was. See, I just lost my train of thought.
Oh no, when Tina was like when we did our
Yeah,
Zoom
she
call.
said that. She was
Yes.
like, maybe you need to lean back into that. And I was like,
like the aha.
yeah. I was like, okay. So that kind of unlocks something for
Yes.
me. Yeah.
1,000%. 1,000%. So that's the cool thing about, having different eyes, looking at each person, right?
Yes.
Not just me for this conversation, not just me, but giving different eyes and different perspectives. So honestly, I'm really glad that you and Chance have an opportunity to work together
Yeah.
because it's just going to make you better.
Oh, yeah.
That helps other people be better.
Absolutely. And
So,
that's what
yes.
it's all about.
1,000%. 1,000%.
And somebody else's eyes are always going to be able to see what yours can't. That's why it's good. Like if I ever had a client at the gym that I was like, hey, something's off. And when I was coaching, CrossFit and group
Yes.
back in the day, I would say, hey, come here. What are you seeing? I would ask another coach. That way they could be like, oh, her so-and-so is here and here. And I'm like, oh, got it. Thank you.
Yes. Okay.
So-
Something else I'm gonna lean into, and I remember it's keep me honest. FST,
Fascial stretch therapy.
Thank you.
So I am certified through Pain, Posture, and Performance Institute in Flow Stretch. So it's assisted stretching. You've probably seen places like Stretch Zone, that kind of thing.
Yes.
So it's like that, but it's its own movement pattern and sequence that you flow through. Yeah. So
Okay.
that's that.
I remember a few months ago you did your FST with me.
Oh, no,
was,
I grassed it and stretched
that
you.
it was actually fun because that's my first time ever doing that.
Oh,
So
yeah,
it felt
I
great.
did that.
Yeah,
I'm
it
sure
felt
it
great.
did. I'm sure
good
it
to me.
did. Yeah.
So, also, yeah. Well, I tell you, I remember you was because that's another one of your businesses
Yeah.
that you do, which is great. I was like, man, what is that? And I remember we talked about it. He's like, hey, we'll try it. So we tried it. And it was like, wow, that felt good.
Yeah,
So it was really good.
Yeah, so the Graston is, I love the Graston. The Graston. It's not called the Graston. I love doing Graston. It helps with, after surgery, with recovery. You can
Yes.
move fluid out with it, scars, all kinds of stuff.
Yes.
So
Well, honestly, when I first saw it, and you was like, hey, you want to get on the table? And then you pulled out I don't know what maybe that's what it's called, but when it pulled out, I was like, are you about to do surgery?
my tools.
Yeah. You brought your tools
they
in?
do look like surgical instruments, but they're not.
But it felt great.
Yeah,
So,
it's the stainless steel that you can feel more
Yes.
through. You can feel the lesions in the fascia and stuff.
how'd you get into that?
So everything that I do, someone else inspired me
Yeah.
to do. So I just realized that saying that out loud.
Yeah.
So my friend Leah, who worked with me when I had my gym, she coached, she did all the programming, she taught most of the classes. She was a massage therapist and a sports therapist. So I would get these horrible, horrible, horrible migraines to the point where I would be sick. And
Oh, wow.
one day she was like, come in, let me see what's going on here. So she looked at me and she was like, oh my God, you have so much stuff around your neck. So she grasped in it. And I was like, oh my God, I feel better. I was like, do it again. And then after that, I was like, wow, I really want to learn how to do that.
Yes.
Because it was interesting. So, and I knew it worked. I was like, I want to get into that because I want to help people, now that I've spent so many years like tearing the body down,
Yes.
maybe
Now
it's
you
time
gotta
to
build it
help
back up.
repair it
Yes.
a little bit. Yeah.
Now, keep me honest, because this is ignorance, because I don't know. That's not like cupping or anything like that.
No, it's not cupping. Cupping uses the suction and
Yes.
it brings the blood and stuff to the surface. I mean, you can do it with cupping, but
Okay.
no, it's different.
Okay, fair enough. Okay. All right. Well, so I think it's yesterday or the day before we made some posts on social media. I think I saw yours. Like, hey, what are some questions that we can ask? Ask Courtney.
Oh,
Ask Courtney.
Jesus. I'm afraid for these.
So I got a few. All right. So I'm actually first one. I hope I get this right. Actually, this is from Jaleese.
Jesus.
Shout out Jaleese.
Hey, Jaleese.
Over in Steel Mill.
Hey, boo.
Do you still rely on your peanut roller thing?
Girl. I'm obsessed. Are you kidding me? I rely on that mofo. I've got it in the car. What are you talking about? It was behind me as I was driving up. Yes.
What is that?
So I think she might be talking about my blue peanut. I got it from Ross. It looks like a peanut, but it has like pressure point spikes on it where you lay down on it and it has it doesn't hit your spine. It goes along the spine. And the other one is a purple double lacrosse ball that's in my car, and it's shaped like a peanut.
Yes. So you use it as like a massaging type thing?
For any type of really like big knots or anything underneath my scapula and my shoulder, sometimes in my piriformis. Yeah.
Okay.
Because I can't get back there with my hand to,
Yes.
you know.
Okay. All right. We got to bring massage therapy or something on staff to massage you out.
We need somebody that's going to help me because.
Yes. We need to. That's going to be the next check in the box. We get somebody who,
John is not a massage therapist.
Yeah, nowhere near. When I was trying to use that gun on 2 weeks ago, that's as close as I could get. Okay. What motivates you on your difficult days?
My kids.
Love that.
Yeah, my kids. Okay. I know that because I didn't even tell you guys this, but my youngest is autistic.
Okay.
My mom homeschools him now, but both of my kids are everything to me, but I know because he's going to probably be dependent on me for a very long time that I've got to keep going. I have to keep moving. At the end of the day, I feel like I don't really have that choice.
Yes. Well, thanks for saying that. And sharing that with everybody. So that even makes it, I would like to believe, that makes it a little bit more, somebody, especially as a bodybuilding coach, or excuse me, as a bodybuilder, that brings a lot more challenges too. Well, you know what? Not even just a bodybuilder, as a parent.
As a parent,
yeah. Let me just put you in the box of bodybuilding, but as a parent, that's a lot that you got to deal with. So shout out. Okay. What is your favorite workout? This is a 2-part question. What's your favorite workout or body part to work out, and your least favorite body part to work out? Your favorite and least favorite.
It used to be my arms, but that's not even an option at the moment. Obviously, it was arms. It was arms. It was upper body. Now it's glutes.
Okay, fair enough. Mm-hmm. Fair enough. What's one fitness myth you wish would disappear? So
a myth.
Yeah. So like hey, if women lift heavy, you look like a dude. That's one of those myths. Or, hey, if if I eat this, I don't know, if I eat all these cookies, I'm just gonna blow up.
Oh my God!
In a day or two. So I'm making these up. But
a myth.
I think honestly,
something I heard was if you eat chicken after 4 p.m. or any protein, you will just gain weight. It will go to your tummy. I think that's probably the craziest one I've ever heard.
Okay.
And that is a myth.
Okay. Fair enough. That was okay. Oh, this is a good one. What's the hardest part about being on prep? That's a good one.
The hardest part, just the mundane, just the same old day in, day out. That and the groceries.
Yeah.
The grocery bill.
Yes. Oh, yeah. It does add up.
It does. You find yourself going to the store multiple times a day, and not even the store, multiple different stores.
Yes. Sheesh. Okay.
Did that answer that question? I don't even know. Kind of.
Well, this is, from your experiences. So definitely. Okay. Wow. Those are some good questions.
Was that
asked.
it? That's all y'all got?
No, I'll actually one for me.
Uh-huh.
So, okay, tell our listeners or viewers, or I call them F3s.
F3s.
Friends, yep. Friends, followers, family. Friends, following family. F3s.
You're using 3 Fs
Yeah, well,
with me in the room
oh boy.
because that is not where my mind just.
Two. Can you tell our listeners how we met? If you remember how we met.
You're a stalker. That's how we met. No, I'm kidding. So, true story. We were at the gym. We were at Bailey's, and John had on the prettiest matching outfit. He had on teal and pink. I'm sorry, but it's the truth. He had on teal and pink. He matched from his earphones down to his shoelaces, and I kept staring at him because I was like, "What? Where is this man coming from?" Because he reminded me of a friend that I used to work out with all the time, who was always head to toe matching. So I kept glancing over, and I noticed he was like glancing over at the same time. So we did that weird look away thing where you're like trying. And then I'm like, Finally, he put his weights down and he came over and he talked to me. And he said, "Let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
Let me ask you a question. Have you ever competed?"
Yes. Exactly what I asked.
That is
Exactly what I asked.
That was the line.
Yes.
And I said, "No." But where'd you get your belt? Because your belt matched too.
Yes. That's exactly how we met. And yes, when I saw you, I was like, man, this lady's in my mind. I'm like, man, this lady's ripped. This lady's crazy. I was like, I gotta ask her, right? Because at first I was like, I don't want to seem like I'm everybody else. But yeah, just coming up to you asking, hey, do you ever think about competing? Have you competed? And we just turned into a conversation. And what was that? 3 years ago? 2 years ago?
I don't even know what
2 or 3
day
years
it
ago?
is, John. You're asking a lot.
Yeah, so it's like 2 or 3 years ago. So here we are.
Here
Wow.
we are. This is crazy.
Yeah.
I just realized that.
Yeah, it's a full circle moment.
You're getting old.
So, yeah, birthday is next month.
That's
so,
right.
Awesome. Okay, so I'm got 2 more questions for you, and we'll get ready to wrap this up. Okay.
Already?
Yeah,
Been an hour?
Yeah, time goes by fast. Time goes by pretty fast.
Oh, when you're having fun.
Yes. So.
Oh, shoot. I'm sorry. I
All
told
good.
you I could talk all day.
And this is what we do it. This is why we do it. Just to have these great conversations.
Okay.
So, you don't have to say your age, but what would
I'm not ashamed of my age.
Okay.
I am 40-2, and I look damn good.
Perfect.
Okay, and you know how long it has taken me to get to that point where I could say that about myself and actually believe it and mean it? I just did something just there. I felt that.
That is a win.
Yeah, that is a
win.
freaking huge win for me because I'll never forget, and I'm just going to say this real quick. I had a therapist one time told me to put my crown on, and I thought he was just being rude and derogatory towards me, but he meant like
yes,
act like,
yeah, that's a form.
Believe in yourself. Act like the woman you are.
Excuse me. That's exactly what I was about to say. Believe in yourself.
Yeah.
That's why I'm pretty sure he or she was meaning.
Yes.
And therapy is always a good thing.
Yes, it
'cause
is.
I went through therapy too, so
Yeah.
it made me a better person.
Amen.
So if you don't believe in therapy or you don't do therapy and you feel like you need therapy, I'll speak for both of us. Highly encourage you to do it. It's highly encourage you to do it.
Everything online now too, so you don't even have to go in person. They have talk therapy through Zoom. You can get online, Google it. But yeah, absolutely, because I know what it's like to be in that dark, dark place. And you do need someone. You need someone outside your family and outside your friend circle to help you.
I couldn't agree with you more. If there's nothing else we talked about, I 1,000% agree with that. Seriously.
Yeah.
Because it can change your life.
Yeah, absolutely.
And other people's lives.
Absolutely.
So, okay, so what would this version of Courtney tell 21-year-old Courtney? It could be anything.
Oh, you're going to be okay.
Oh, nice. Okay. Would you like to lean into that or you're?
Yeah. Being from a small town and a college town at that, it's if you're not in college and there's nothing to do, it's easy to get in trouble and go down, the wrong kind of path. And I was very much down that road for a long time. So I would just tell her, you're going to be okay. Everything's going to be okay. It's all going to work out.
I like that. You kind of already answered this one. But what advice would you give someone who is, hey,
Lord.
we're going to, instead of just asking, hey, it's fitness journey, we're going to dive deeper. What advice would you give somebody who is just starting their very first bikini prep? What would be some things you would share with her?
It's normal. All the feelings you're feeling are normal. You're not good enough. You're not going to be ready. All of those things are normal, but just trust the process and stick with the plan. Even if it doesn't make sense to you, your coach, hopefully, and should always have your best interests in mind.
Oh, wow. Man, that was solid.
Was that good?
No, that was solid.
Was that good?
No, that was a good answer.
Because I kind
Sheesh.
of black out when I talk, so there's no
no.
telling what I've said.
No, that's perfect. Because I think that especially, I mean, starting your fitness journey and doing a prep is obviously two different things ish, kind of, sort of. But you know, that person who's just starting their very first prep, it's a lot of trust that has to go in yourself and
Yeah.
into, like you said, to the process, to that person's coach or whatever, that team, whatever. I think the first step is believing in yourself, which you literally put your crown on.
Right.
Believe in yourself and your abilities, and then trust yourself, and then trust that process or your coach.
Yeah, trust your and don't get lost in what someone else is doing, right? It's someone else's journey is not yours. So it's easy to get online and see people be like, well, I'm only eating 80 grams of carbs in 2 days and I have like only 1 gram of salt.
Yes.
Don't get lost and caught up in that because, like I said, your coach has your best interest in mind. What somebody else is doing is not what you should be doing.
1,000%. 1,000%. Okay, so all right, we're almost just about to wrap this up. So Courtney, is there anything that you would like to lean in that we didn't cover, or that you would like to talk about, that you would like to share in regards to your own life journey? It doesn't have to be
Jeez.
it doesn't have to be fitness related. It can be, of course, but there's anything you would like to lean into.
So many options.
Yeah.
Huh?
Well, how
No,
about
I
this?
think that's it. Yeah.
Actually, I got one more for you.
Okay,
I feel like
ask.
I'm all over the place.
That's fine. We're always all over the place.
Yes.
So we'll meet in the middle and it'll make sense somehow.
Thank you, because there's a number of times I'll be like, hey, rabbit hole, right?
Squirrel.
So, yes, thank you. So you talked a little bit, that you and your husband, you guys at the time, ex-husband
Yes.
now, you guys had a gym.
Shout
It
out
was
baby daddy. I'm just kidding.
Jamie, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. You guys had a gym here?
We did. We owned a gym in Green Cove. It was called Revel.
Okay.
So we opened that gym. It was open for about 2.5 years. We had a pretty good little crew go
Yes.
in there. And then, of course, COVID hit. So, yeah.
Yikes.
Yeah. And it's exhausting running a gym, trying to be there full time and having kids. It was time.
Would you ever want to know what you know now? Would you want to have another gym?
If I had guidance and assistance,
Yes.
yes. I think, small businesses are amazing. They're great, but it's very hard.
Yes.
Very, very hard. I think if I did own a gym, like I said, it would have to be some sort of
Yes.
guidance involved.
Me and Cleo, when you talked about COVID and having a gym, like right before, so once we moved down here back in 2018, we was like, hey, maybe we should try to open a gym or whatnot. Yeah, we was like, nah, that's no thank
It's
you.
exhausting.
Yeah.
There were days where I was sleeping in the kids' room.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I was sleeping in the kids' room. I would coach and then I would go lay down, turn off the lights, lock the door, sleep, get up, coach.
Oh,
Yep,
man.
go home, kids, dinner, all the things. It's exhausting. I mean, I loved it, but looking back, it's like it was kind of selfish at the time,
Okay.
considering my kids were young and
Yes. But you guys were doing what you had to do to provide for your family,
yeah,
of course.
we
so.
were. Exactly.
But the thing I think for us, just thinking about, like, having a facility, you have to pay for overhead. Like, you're responsible for everything.
Everything, let me tell you. And you can ask people. There were days when I'd be sitting there mopping up the water from the toilet.
Yes.
Overflowing and poking my head out and being like, 5 more.
Yeah.
And then being like, I'm almost done.
Yikes.
Yeah,
Yikes.
it's tough. It's tough.
Yeah, I watch, I see Jaleesa's gym, Jaleesa and Michelle,
Yeah.
their gym.
Yeah.
They're doing a lot of additions to Steel Mill. So shout out again,
Yes.
Steel Mill. I love what they're doing.
Love Steel Mill.
I see what Sarah Addison, she's doing in her gym in my time. The responsibilities they have to
Yeah.
these gyms. And then when we go to Cho's or, even Crunch, all those things that go on inside the Crunch or those, commercial gyms, I'm just thinking like, damn, if we had to take care of all that stuff, that's just a lot.
Yeah,
and it's just you.
Yeah, and that's why I
So.
say like I would want some sort of guidance. Like I hate on franchises just because they're franchises, but
Yes.
ideally, I mean, you do have guidance step by step. There's somebody there that you can always call and they can always fix something or
Yes.
send a new part or.
Yes. Yeah.
Otherwise, that's all coming out of your pocket.
Yes. They have third-party vendors or whatever.
Third-party vendors already integrated with,
Yeah.
It just makes life a lot easier.
Yikes. So sounds like we're not opening a gym.
No, because I don't know of any bodybuilding franchises. Gold's went, what the hell happened?
Yeah, well, what happened to them? But you know what? With that also being said, rabbit hole. Pew!
Oh, I just thought of one too. My mom was a Gold's Gym junkie. You know that one time I got in trouble, and for my punishment, I had to get up with her crazy running ass. They would run like 10 miles at 4 a.m. So I remember sleeping in the parking lot at 4 a.m. They were like 15. Yeah. Damn. She was like, get your ass up and let's go.
Well, you know, when you talked about
times.
The rabbit hole I literally about to go down and was, yeah, I know we talked about this, or you sent me a message earlier, I think it was yesterday, like, hey, let's go train at Lift
365. I have such bad FOMO. I want to go in that gym, and I haven't been there.
Oh my gosh. Well, I've been there once, but and you
without
know,
me.
This is like 3 months ago, like when they first opened. Won't happen again.
That's why you didn't take any pictures.
Exactly. No, I'm joking, but we will go. We will go train that. Okay. I think that's probably by far. It is and will be probably the best gym in Jacksonville. Yeah. Hopefully they build another one closer to us.
That would be amazing because we need that community. We need the community here, man. There isn't one.
No.
It sucks.
I know there's different people who are like us who have teams or whatnot that go to these commercial gyms. But yeah, it would be great if we had like more of a
because
bodybuilding focused, I guess.
Because
maybe?
Yeah, absolutely. So. Because going back to what you said, the community, like that. How do you think I know all the people that you run into? That's how. From going to gym, competition to competition.
Yes.
I mean, they were all over town. Some days they were at the beach, some days Orange Park, and then they did Friday Night Lights where, you know, during the open, you would go to a different gym on Friday night, have beer, work out, all the things.
You know, that when you said that, I remember I tell you this, like every time I meet somebody new or have a new follower, that's at least locally maybe, they know you. I'm like,
it's because I talk too damn much.
I'm like, damn, you know everybody in this fitness community. So, especially here in Jacksonville. So I'm like, man, that's great. I mean,
you know, yeah.
So
I guess, I mean, I feel blessed to have met as many great people as I have.
Yes.
Because I know some pretty freaking cool people that I've met in the fitness industry.
Yes. So, all right. So with that being said, we're about to wrap this up. But Courtney, for all of our F3s, how can they find you on social media? What's some of the handles you have?
My Instagram is CourtTrains, so it's at CourtTrains. And then my full government name on Facebook, Courtney Whitworth Suber, hyphen there. And that's it.
Awesome. Well, Courtney, thank you so much for sitting down with this podcast.
Thank you for letting me blabber for a whole hour.
No, I think this was really good. Our listeners get a chance to learn more about you and hear your story, right? Mm-hmm. So thank you for doing this. Thanks for being part of Team Ambition. I'm looking forward to continuing to grow together.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. So, all right, kids, what I need you guys to do now is like, share, subscribe. All right. We'll see you guys next time.
Hit that button.
Peace.